Oh, hi there. It's Lee again. Hope you're all well. Just giving my little dog a stroke, little Maisie. Hello, hello. Anyway, we're not here to see Maisie, unfortunately. We're here to see the new, well, my latest model, really, the Benjamin Kratos. This is in 2.2, sub 12 foot-pound. Very nice rifle. Now, this one originally came with a shrouded barrel with sort of 7 little baffles inside built in, but the accuracy was good. It was acceptable, but it wasn't quite what I wanted. So what I've done is I've took the shroud off. I've just put some carbon fibre wrap from Alfred's on. This is my silencer off my Wyrack HW35 limited edition that I've used purely because I just wanted a bit of silver to show that matches the scope. I find that my 35 performs better with my little Get Shorty silencer on anyway. Still looks nice, but this suits this rifle. The reason why it's more accurate, I think there's a bit more better harmonics with the barrel, and there's no sort of restriction of the shroud with each shot. A bit better consistency. So what I've done with this rifle inside, I've stripped it all down. I've polished the hammer, kept it dry. The hammer spring itself, I've just polished the ends. I've put a little bit of bamboo inside to sort of stop the resonance of the spring when fired. It's just sort of, cuts that sound down. And I fit, this is an MTC, it's the Genesis, and it's the 5-20 by 50 side focus. Beautiful little scope, well, biggish scope with a sunshade on. Excuse me. I've put a little bubble thing, because I think the 2.2s there's quite a loopy trajectory, well, there is a loopy trajectory on them, especially sub 12 foot-pound. So I find that a little bubble spirit level keeps your shots exactly where you want them, so you know where the pellet's going to fall to. What else have I done? In the side, the trigger, it was a little bit loose, so I've made a little plastic washer, if you like, out of a pop bottle, drilled a hole through it, and then I've cut a circle round, and I put 2 in originally, but the trigger was too tight and it wouldn't spring back once fired. By the way, the gun's, it's safe, it's not loaded. So now I find that with one little synthetic washer on, it's just nice and tight. It's just firmed that trigger up, because it did have a bit of a wobble on it. I've also polished the safety catch so it's not loud now, it doesn't click too much. Other modifications that I've done, I've polished the stock with some True Oil, just give it a little bit of a light sheen to it. I didn't want it too shiny. I use this rifle for hunting and also mainly for target shooting, for paper target shooting. Accuracy is phenomenal, really. It's not an expensive rifle. It's not a cheap rifle, but it's not an expensive rifle. But it'll shoot just as good as anything that's sub 12 foot-pound in 2.2. I've shot some really nice, I've had a couple of Wyrack 100s in 2.2. But I found this is just absolutely spot on. 30 metres, the pellets are just going through the same hole. And, sort of further 50 metres, you're getting them roughly within a sort of a 50p piece, or that sort of size. So it's really accurate for a 2.2. When I took the barrel off, I've just checked the transfer port, made sure there was no burr where they've drilled for the transfer port to go into the barrel, and that hole's perfect. There's no, sometimes they clip the pellets when they're pushed in with the loading probe, it clips the pellet on the actual burr that's around the transfer port hole. But this is fine, it's all been fine, and the crown's fine. Renewed the breech seal and the barrel seals just so so it's right. And then I've made this little cap, because on these it's just a Foster fitting adapter on the Kratos, and they don't give you a cap to go on the end. So I was servicing my daughter's Vauxhall Corsa diesel, and on the diesel fuel filter, the new one that I put on, there was a red and a yellow cap just protecting the ends of the pipes, and it just fits on, and it just pushes on, and it's tight, it doesn't fall off. It's brilliant. Good little cheap find there. I think yellow looks better than red, because there's a red and a yellow on. What else have I done? I roughly get maybe about 160 shots out of a full charge, down to about sort of 90 bar, 100 bar. but I generally tend to sort of fill it up to about 180, and then I'm in the sweet spot then, and then shoot it down to about 110, and that's fine. I know where they're going. It's lovely. But yeah, a very sort of underrated air rifle. I mean, I love the looks of it. It's like a bench rest type, hunting type rifle. Yeah, they're very underestimated. Absolutely beautiful, and it's really quite well made inside. You know, from the Kral factory. But yeah, and the wood, it's got a lovely sort of pattern on the wood. There's some nice sort of streaking on it, and yeah, I think it's very nice. A very good rifle. I can't really part. I don't want to part with it really, because for what you get for them part exchange, because they're sort of about $650 new, or £600 mark new. You can get them for sometimes, and you get next to nothing for them, and it's just not worth letting go of them, because they are a beautiful rifle, and they perform very well. Anyway, me and Maisie are going to say goodbye now. I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's been a bit informative for you. Things that you can actually do to improve you if you've got a Benjamin Kratos. Things you can do to improve it. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Bye.